Day after day, they go house to house. A team of investigators dispatched from the capital. These men are tasked with looking for cases of sexual violence. No one was assaulted in this village, these women tell them, but every home has suffered. When Russian forces were pushed out of this area earlier this month, they left a trail of misery behind them. Down the road, an elderly woman, inconsolable, asks for help. I don't know where to sleep now. There are no windows or doors, she tells the policeman.
Как вас зовут?
Вера.
Вера.
71-year-old Vera Alexeyevna's son was injured fighting on the front lines. She is alone and afraid.
Okay. She wants to invite us in to see how she's living.
This is what remains of her home. Only her precious icons are untouched. Oh my God, oh God's mother, she says, please keep my son alive and let me see him again. In town after town throughout the Kherson region, this is what victory looks like, and it is grim. Almost every house has been destroyed by heavy fighting, and the people scarred by months of Russian occupation. In the next village, the investigators talked to 56-year-old Tatiana. We have agreed not to name the village or show her face to protect her identity. She takes us to her brother's house, where she says she was raped by a Russian soldier on August 26.
He pinned me against the wardrobe and groped me. He ripped my clothes off. And I was caught in his grip. It was very hard and painful for me. I was crying, begging him to stop, but with no success.
And did he say anything when it was over?
Do not tell anyone anything or it will be worse. That's everything he told me. And then he left. It's very hard for me.
Did you tell your husband what had happened?
I didn't tell my husband right away, but I told my cousin, and my husband overheard. He said, you should have told me the truth, but you kept silent. I was very ashamed. Very.
The shame is on him.
He's probably not ashamed, if he's still alive. I wish that he and all his kin were dead.
It's coming to the end of a long and emotional day. The men visit the last village on their list. Tomorrow they will head back to Kyiv to submit their findings. They've recorded 6 allegations of rape in their 2 weeks here. It must be a hard job. It is psychologically difficult. You understand every victim is so distressed, Alexander Svidro says, but this is important work. Most cases, they say, go unreported. Like so many of the horrors that took place under Russian occupation here, they remain hidden in the dark. Now, the Russian Ministry of Defense has repeatedly denied any sort of systematic claims of rape that have been taking place with its soldiers on the ground. But one interesting thing that we found, Jake, when we asked Tatiana what she did after the rape, whether she spoke to anyone about it, she did say that she went to the Russian commander in the town 3 days after it happened and reported the officer who had raped her. And she said that his response was to come and see her a couple of days later and say that he had punched the man in question in the jaw. And would she like to have him shot? To which she replied to him, I would like to see all of you shot, Jake.